So far, I love it. It's perfect for what I do. I need something that I can mountain bike and hike and have a dog in, and then shower and roll into work and look respectable. I'm Laven from right down the road in Roanoke. We're at the BROG Rooftop Tent Rally, and this is my 2020 Winnebago Revel. I bought this, I had a Class C back in the day, and I needed something that had a bathroom and a shower so I could mountain bike, look gross, take a shower, and then roll into work. And we were camping at the beach back in July, and the roof started leaking, the generator didn't work, and everything was kind of breaking. So on the way back, we stopped, and I bought this on a expensive whim, and so far I love it. But I'll show you guys a few things that I like and what I don't like. So Winnebago did some cool stuff. So this is it's a flip down table. So if you're on a campsite and you just want to cook dinner real fast, you just flip this down, and if you don't want to get out a bigger table. So I get this out and I throw a grill or the scuttle, cook really quickly and kind of roll. This is Lucy, who sleeps in there a lot, so I tend to end up with a dog of some sort in here, so I need a little room in there for her. I travel a lot for work, so I end up in a lot of Walmarts and Cracker Barrels, and then I try to follow my brother around, who's got a souped up Tacoma. So I need something that can do some gravel roads. We camp on beaches a lot, so four-wheel drive for those instances. So something four-wheel drive that I could sleep in a Walmart and a Cracker Barrel on a long trip, and at the same time I can follow him on a fire road or on a beach or on a hunting trip like that and do something cool. So far I love it. It's perfect for what I need and what you want to do if you want a Sprinter that's ready to go four-wheel drive, and you want some amenities that a lot of people don't want. So I wanted a bathroom. AC is nice. I don't carry a generator, so I really don't ever use it. But I wanted a shower. A shower for me was something that I could shower in a Walmart and then just roll right into a meeting wherever I was going. I'll end up sitting here, and I can flip this up, and then this flips out. So most of the time my laptop's here, and I can work, and I have this open, and I can sit here and do my work, and I have all the windows open. So the dog can still kind of run around, or I can see outside, and I feel like I'm kind of outside, but you can get legitimate work done as much as you can. So having this, someone else can sit there. So we were at the beach and we had 3 or 4 of us in here. It was like it rained all day and we hung out and like played cards and played games. So I wanted sort of like a hangout office space, but at the same time I didn't want to have it be too long or too big. I want to be able to park in like a normal parking spot. I bring way too much. I don't ever unpack. So when I get back, we were at Expo last weekend, and then we'll roll in here, and then I head down to Florida on Thursday. So I'll throw like a couple extra pairs of underwear in, and that's really all I'll do. So I pretty much can like get in this and drive, and I have enough stuff in here for like a week and a half. A big thing anytime you have any sort of vehicle is like miscellaneous storage. You end up with, just for lack of a better word, a bunch of crap that you want to have, and you got to have a place to put it. So Blue Ridge Overland gear you'll see stuff everywhere in the van. The headrest, the trash bag, and then the cool thing Winnebago did was anytime you open a cabinet, it's pretty much always carpet on the back. So I end up with pouches, chargers, and USBs, headlamps, random things I can just grab and go. So if we're heading out hiking or biking, I can just like grab one of these and it has what I need in it. The biggest thing is just not having stuff everywhere. So having containers or anything for that, that's the big thing I learned living in my RV was you gotta have a space for everything. So like my toilet paper, extra toiletries always live in here. Have a dog, you know that everything ends up muddy and dirty and you're always cleaning. So I keep a couple towels around for myself and for the dog. So a big thing for me was, again, if I roll up somewhere and want to cook and get to bed, to be able to do that. So standard sink, induction cooktop, which is really awesome. A tiny little dorm fridge, which I don't love. I wish it was vertical stacking because you open it and if you're on a slant, all your beers roll out, all your food comes out. But so that'll probably change. We cook a lot. It's a lot of like meat and pasta and things like that. So I pretty much always have pasta, rice, risotto, stuff like that. So if we're going somewhere, I don't even have to buy groceries most of the time. For something like this, we just have to pick up beer and meat. It's really what it comes down to. Again, I really wanted a bathroom more for the shower than anything. You go mountain biking and then you got to go into work, and to not have to find a river or a lake or not have to find like a public bathroom is awesome. So I use this for like hanging clothes. So again, I can look respectable or decent at least on a Monday morning. And then it's just your typical wet bath. So it's a little fan, cassette toilet, which is awesome. I had a black tank on my RV. Cassette toilet is sweet. So I can camp anywhere. Like the end of this weekend on Sunday, I'll just take it out. And when no one's looking, I'll just run to the porta john and dump it. And I don't have to do anything Monday. And then I shower with like biodegradable soap. So at work I have a place that I can dump my gray, but in case I don't, I can just go to like a gravel road and open it, and it's just water coming out, so it's no big deal. If you're in the back country and all that in there is gross stuff, but as long as you're using biodegradable toilet paper and things like that, you can just dig a hole and dump it, so it's no big deal. I also use it if you're muddy or you come back from skiing and you have wet everything, you can hang it all in here, or you can just shove all your muddy clothes. So if I come back and everything's gross, I'll just change and then I'll just throw it in here and go home. So to have, it's essentially like a wet gear storage as well, which is pretty cool. The coolest thing about the rig is the garage, is what I call it. I end up with way too much stuff, or other people's stuff, or I'll be going to a show and I need to bring items to sell, or canopies and things like that. So this is like my garage. So to be able to throw anything I need. So on the way back from Expo last weekend, we bought a Dometic fridge for somebody. I had 2 sets of leaf springs in here. My brother's truck, he ended up cracking one. I had all of my stuff. It was a little dirty, so everything kind of like wet ended up back here, and it was like no big deal to clean when I got home. So I travel with really like everything I need to exist for a while, and then probably more than I actually do need. This is tools, propane stove, recovery gear, full tools. So like the BROG tool bag lives in here with like my drill. So if I need to do like any project, I literally keep like all the tools I own, I just keep in here, and it's way easier. And then like your typical RV stuff. So I carry like a water hose. You got to have your electric. So if I need shore power, I can plug it in. And then they got an outdoor shower over there, which is awesome. So if you're at the ocean or the lake, you finish the day riding and you come back and you just want to get all the gunk off of you, you just plug it in right over there. There's a water pump on it, and you can do. So same thing, muddy dog, you clean them off back there, and it's like no big deal. So the bed's on a lift, so I didn't want to have to make my bed every day. So the bed is up here and it just stays made. And then all I do when I get to where I want to camp is just press a button. And then it's plenty of room for 2 people. You sleep this way, so I'm like 5'10", and I fit no problem. It's got a fantastic fan in the front, so I never use the AC because you just pop this and then you just run the fan, and it pulls a crazy amount of air in. And then BROG bag for like just cords and the miscellaneous stuff you got to plug in to try to stay connected to the world while you sleep, even though you really don't want to. BROG makes a Velcro, or you can just get some on Amazon. You just stick it and then it just goes right there and hasn't come off at all. I can leave here. You can drive like 9 hours, however long you want to drive. You pull into Walmart, you cook dinner, you pull the shades, and you hop in bed and you hit it again the next day. So it's the perfect, like, you want to be outside, you want to do cool stuff, but you got to work and you want to live in some comfort and you don't want to spend a lot of time doing it. It's really the perfect rig for all that. Like, I could live out of it. So I wanted a vehicle that if I needed to be in it for 6 months in a row, I could do it no problem. And it's perfect for that. I could live out of here no problem. And I do. I spend 3 to 4 nights pretty much every week in it. And I'd spend more, but when you have a house, sometimes it's nice to shower in a real bathroom. Yakima just made their own version of this, but North Shore Racks has been making this rack for forever, and it's way better than the Yakima one. We ride a lot of trails. We got real in the downhill like 2 years ago, so everybody would have 2 bikes. So this holds 4 bikes, and then the whole thing just pivots up. And so you load your bikes like this, and then when you get somewhere, you can still get in the back, you just lower it. So this rack is awesome. I've had it for 3 years, and it pretty much lives on whatever rig I'm biking out of the most, so it's like always outside. We've never had any problems. The bike never comes off. It's super secure, really easy to lock it, and it's crazy simple. So you don't have to undo like 6 latches. You just put the fork in here, and then you just take this and wrap it around the tire, and then it just locks in, and you're done. Thank you guys for checking out the Revel. Again, my name is Laven. I have a van Instagram that I really don't post to, but it's Merbago_. So check that out. Blue Ridge Overland Gear makes awesome stuff. So I know it's their video, but it's not just a plug. They make really cool stuff, and you can see it throughout the van. So thank y'all.